Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're tuned into the latest from Washington and the world stage, you've come to the right spot. Today, we're talking about something that's got everyone from Capitol Hill to your backyard barbecue buzzing. Russian drones buzzing right into Polish airspace on September 10th, 2025, and how President Trump is responding. This is straight-up geopolitical thriller material. And as Americans, it hits close to home because NATO's our alliance too. Let's unpack this step by step. Smash that like button if you're ready to get into it. Imagine it's a calm night in eastern Poland, but suddenly the alarms go off. At least 19 Russian military drones, launched as part of a massive barrage on Ukraine, cross straight into NATO territory. These aren't hobbyist toys. They're Gerbera-type strike drones, some flying in from Belarus too. Poland's military jumps into action, scrambling F-16s with help from Dutch F-35s, German Patriots, and an Italian AWACS for surveillance. They shoot down several, up to 4 confirmed, with debris raining down on homes in places like Wyriki and Wohin. No casualties, but cars wrecked, houses damaged, and 4 major airports shut down temporarily. It's the first time NATO jets have fired on Russian assets over Allied soil since the Ukraine invasion kicked off in 2022. If this sounds like the plot of a Tom Clancy novel, share it with a buddy who loves that stuff. Now, why does this matter so much to us here in the States? Poland's a key NATO partner, and Article 5, that mutual defense pact we all hear about, starts with threats like this. Prime Minister Donald Tusk didn't mince words. He told Parliament it's the closest we've been to open conflict since World War II. That's not hyperbole. It's a wake-up call. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte slammed it as reckless behavior. And the alliance invoked Article 4 for urgent consultations on threats to our collective security. As Americans footing a big chunk of NATO's bill, this tests whether Putin's really trying to push the envelope on us. With Russia's Zapad 2025 exercises starting up with Belarus this week, the timing feels like a deliberate flex. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss how this plays out. Could affect everything from gas prices to our troops in Europe. Russia's response? Classic deflection. Their defense ministry says the drones were only targeting Ukraine, with a max range of 700 kilometers, and accuses Poland of myths to stir up trouble. Belarus claims some lost course due to jamming. But hold up, experts like German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius aren't buying it. He told the Bundestag the paths were deliberately directed, not accidental. Debris forensics and flight data back that up. And Ukraine warned Poland ahead of. Let's broaden the lens a bit. This isn't isolated, it's part of escalating tensions post-Trump's Alaska summit with Putin last month. Prior incidents, like a single drone in Poland last month, or helicopter buzzes over Estonia, show a pattern. NATO's uniting. France's Macron called it unacceptable. UK's John Healey's boosting air defenses. And Canada's Mark Carney says Putin shows total disregard for peace. Poland's reaching out for more gear from Sweden. The Netherlands, Patriots and 300 troops. The UK, France, Germany, and the Baltics. Even the UN's voicing concerns about regional instability. Slovenia, Denmark, Greece, France, and Britain want a Security Council meeting Friday. Share this video to spread the word. Americans need to know how this could drag us deeper. Enter President Trump, the man at the center of it all. Fresh off hosting Polish President Karol Nawrocki at the White House last week, where he pledged U.S. troop support. Trump's first take was pure him, a Truth Social post saying, "What's with Russia violating Poland's airspace with drones? Here we go." Some see it as bemused, others as a signal of frustration with Putin's games. Critics say it's ambiguous, but Trump followed up strong. He told reporters, "We're with Poland all the way, and we will help Poland protect itself." He even jumped on a call with Nawrocki yesterday afternoon, confirming Allied unity. No new U.S. assets deployed yet, but the White House is monitoring closely. Trump's been pushing peace talks, but it's complicating things. He threatened more sanctions on Russia for dragging feet on a ceasefire, and just yesterday, the U.S. lifted some on Belarus's Belavia airline after Lukashenko freed 52 prisoners. Trump calls it a win, but EU folks worry it's too soft. Back in D.C., it's firing on all cylinders. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham backed Trump hard, calling the violation insane and pushing for bone-crushing sanctions and tariffs on Russian oil buyers. Representative Joe Wilson labeled it an act of war, urging long-range weapons for Ukraine. On the Dem side, Senate Number 2 Dick Durbin warned Putin's testing our resolve to protect Poland and the Baltics. U.S. Ambassador to NATO Julianne Smith, Matthew Whitaker in recent reports vowed will defend every inch of NATO land. Even Hungary's Orban, no fan of endless Ukraine aid, stands with Poland and Trump's peace push. Polish Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski quipped Putin might be laughing at the talks, but Trump's allies like Naraki praised the troop pledges as good news. Like this if you're proud of America's NATO leadership.